So I am back in Ethiopia, and this is not how I envisioned my return to be, but it is what it is. Yes, I got arrested, and I can't even believe right now I'm seated here talking to you and hoping you can't hear so many echoes. So I am back in Ethiopia, and the worst expected thing actually happened. This is one of the videos that I prayed, or I always wish I never get to make. But once it happens, it is what it is. We have to share this information, not because we dislike the country or just because, so we can speak out with whatever voice that one has on their experiences, and some of these things can come to be known and maybe corrected. So this is me sharing, hoping something better can be done. Yes, I got arrested and it was stressful. So let's get into it. So this is what basically happened. I was on my way. I hope you can even hear me because this place is a bit noisy. This is where I'm sleeping for the night, as I have booked a bus to take me all the way to another place. I'm gonna disclose that in my next video. But guys, I'm also going to explain why I am back in Ethiopia, but I'm so happy to be back here despite the fact that I've not had the best entry or welcome. So I decided to use the road, as you'll see in my other video that I've been shooting on my journey all the way from Kenya to Ethiopia, that is gonna come up very soon. Guys, but this is not how I expected to start my return to Ethiopia. As you all know, I love this country so much because it was good to me the last time I was here, but it is what it is. So traveled from Nairobi to Moyale. That is a whole 12 hours drive. Arrived here at Moyale, tried to cross over. If you don't know, the land border had been closed for the longest time. I think it's only after a week that it has been opened, such that you can get your passport processed and get entry to the country or exit to the country. So I also wanted to try that and see how it goes. So tried yesterday, but for whatever reasons, the immigration officers were absent, so I had to extend for one more day. And now today I got my stamps. It was swift actually, in relation to COVID, in relation to Kenyan immigration, and even Ethiopian immigration. They did a great job, amazing, friendly, and I was like, you know what? Welcome back to Ethiopia, thinking all is done. So also, let me say, I had met some amazing people as I stayed an extra day, and so they were driving me along to come to this other side of Ethiopia. Both of the borders are called Moyale. Let me also say, I know some people in my life, like my parents, will be so surprised with the knowledge that I got arrested, because immediately I was done with immigration. They were the first people I called, and I was like, you know what, I'm done now, I'm good to go. I just need to book a bus, and tomorrow we head all the way inside Ethiopia, like the interior parts of Ethiopia. So, but that was not actually going to happen. So as I get outside, we start driving. As I've said, I met some amazing people who are taking me along. They live here, so they are known here. So some other police officers stopped us. We've now already left the immigration, and that immigration leaving was swift and okay. So here you get stopped so many times and asked for your identification and stuff like that. So I was not even bothered. Immediately they stopped us, they saw my bag, and they were like, what's in the bag? Remember, they also cannot speak Swahili, or like majorly they're just speaking Amharic, but my friends at least could talk Amharic, they can speak Swahili. So as we are about to cross, now these police officers stop us and they want to check the bag, and I was like, I'm the one who's traveling. They were like, bring your passport. I give them my passport. Then all of a sudden they tell me to go outside the car, and they start investigating and telling me I have come here illegally and stuff like that. Then I'm like, no, it's all over in the passport. I've been stamped exit and stuff. So then they go through my passport and they can't see any exit. No, they can see exit, but they can't see any entry. So I'm like, let me do the shooting of, let me show you. Okay, someone is passing around. So I'm like, bring the passport, let me show you where they stamped, because I was so sure they stamped my entry to Ethiopia. Only for one of those guards there were like 5 policemen, and all of them were reacting differently, but there was this one who just randomly got very angry, refused with my passport, and was like, you're going to jail, and started harassing me. And I got so scared It was so scary. I think the worst part about that whole scenario was how they would not even give me my passport back. They are just like, you're going to sleep inside. Do you know what crime you have committed for not having your passport stamped? You're going to stay here for 1 year and 3 months in jail. I'm just like, my God, what crazy drama is this? So how else can I even get myself out of this situation? Then from that, it starts being like, even the people who are driving me, they should bring their documentation. It just became a whole drama out of nowhere. And all this time, I'm sure my passport has been stamped. So I'm like, please, can you please give me a moment? Immediately I'm like trying to talk. They're like, lady, stop talking. And then also they can't fully speak Swahili, so they're also combining with Amharic. Then we start negotiating. I'm so grateful that I met these people who would help me negotiate out in that circumstance. So we start talking and they're like, you know what, you're going to jail and you have to be. I'm like, why am I going to jail and I have not committed any mistake? So they start talking and apparently they tell me they want money. And I'm like, my God, in this state I can't even afford a flight. You're asking me for money. Yeah. Basically, lots of negotiations, money disappearance, because I'm not willing to stay in jail. I don't even know if I should say this online. So I ended up paying the money, and it's so sad. Despite the aspect of paying money, even if I had committed a crime, I just want someone to treat me well, take me to jail, let me follow the right protocols and stuff like that. I find, why would you harass someone? Why would you even get to a point like they were shouting at me and being like, lady, you have to go this way, like even pushing me around. I was just like, oh my God, what have I done, you know? And I wish I was handled well, like in terms of, you have committed this crime, your passport does not have a stamp, and a negotiation that goes on, but not just all about, you know what, this is a crime, you need. I don't even know how to explain better. And yeah, it happened. Then these people had already even like taken my passport, even like secured it so I could not like run away with it. This guy had even like put it in the pocket and stuff like that. I was not going to go anywhere. But thank God, after long negotiations and parting ways with money, I got my passport back, only to get my passport, get inside the car and open. Apparently, the exit from Kenya was stamped on the, like, that is the first stamp. That is the latest stamp in my passport. I'm gonna demonstrate that for you guys to see. I really look forward to the day we'll be able to travel cross borders with no problem. So this is my Kenyan passport. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but this is the exit from Kenya. And where they stamped my entry was in a previous page, not even like this one, a previous page entirely, somewhere like here. So these people could not see that my stamp for entry to Ethiopia is here. So their business was just to focus on here. I'm trying to say it's there, but who is Damaris? So this is what got me arrested for no mistake. It was crazy though that such a small thing could lead me to so many problems. But so far, I'm so grateful to God. I'm so glad. I also came to learn about the difference between, I don't know, here at the border, there's the Borana side and the Somali side. And so all those chaos could have come side people. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just sharing all the things that I've gotten to hear after all that scenario. But I'm so grateful to God that so far I'm okay. Apart from losing money and feeling disrespected, everything else is in order. I've been able to book my bus and I can't wait to part ways from Moyale and return to Ethiopia. Yeah, so apparently this is how I have been welcomed. Crazy story, I know. I also can't believe that I got arrested for no mistake. Crazy. But we have to do what we have to do, right? Yeah, so I hope this video is gonna inspire someone or to prepare someone. Please check your passports, check where they were stamped, check what dates you were given, be sure about it. Even open that page to like anyone who asks you immediately, you know, It's crazy. It's crazy. So above everything, I'm still excited for the reasons why I am back in Ethiopia. You guys stick around. I am back like I never left. I'm excited to share with you guys more experiences here. And stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and let us explore. Still, Ethiopia continues to be my second home despite the policemen trying to disrupt my good stay here. Otherwise, guys, always remember to create time for that which ignites your soul. Until next time, bye for now.